Test your mind. Dragon breathing into pastime. Hit the ceiling of the past.
Ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing? Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna rock out to this a little bit. Alright, let's go. Let's go and fade that on out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 1 of I Am Podcast. Now, if you have been around the nation name, no matter what variation it was in, you know that I've attempted this like maybe 4 to 5 times already. It's been called the Big Nation Address. It's been called Stories from the Nation. It was just called Nationally Balanced like a couple months ago. Now, I'm not going to lie. Nationally Balanced, tipping the scales in our favors, is a clever name. And I actually did record the first episode. But what happened is... I feel like time just kind of passed, and then the information in that is so irrelevant now. And honestly, I felt like I was trying too hard. I felt like even with the name and that and everything, and who knows, maybe that might be a segment or something. That might be a segment, a segment that might be a segment down the line or something of that nature. But I felt like I was trying too hard, and then I just felt like with this, I just need to keep it as simple as who I feel like I am. And I am Nation. I am podcast. I am movies. I am music. I am entertainment. I am Nation. Now, today I am wrestling. So, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This, even though it is the pilot episode, it is not going to be as it's not going to be like a normal episode that I would do per se. What's going to happen is right now I just have a really big urge to speak about wrestling. Like, I feel like my interest in the product is growing again, especially ever since AEW came around. But not to discredit WWE, because they have definitely, SmackDown has definitely stepped their game up. But I'm going to be honest with y'all, SmackDown Live has done this since SmackDown Live has started, back in 2016. It happened with, they started with a fire roster that was on fire, having all these great shows after show after show after show. Then draft happens. Or near the draft happening, SmackDown Live kind of falls off a little bit. Then the draft happens. Then they switch up, and then they kill SmackDown Live's roster. And then somehow, some way, maybe halfway before the draft happens again, SmackDown starts to build up more momentum somehow with the current stars they have. And then another draft happens. It's the same cycle. And this is no different. Now, the only thing that is different, I will say, well, actually, after seeing the episode now, there are some good things here that are developing. So I don't see SmackDown falling off like it has done the past couple of drafts. Also because, at least so far, with night 1, SmackDown Live's roster has not gotten destroyed. Are they still called SmackDown Live? Or are they just called SmackDown now? I hope it's just SmackDown. I kind of just want to call him Smack. I'm just going to call it SmackDown. I hit my water. Oh my gosh. I have used mics way too often to hit my water bottle to my my boom. You know what? I don't care. See, now it made me thirsty because I had to waste breath, and here we go. So, like I said, this is gonna be just wrestling today, and honestly, it's really just gonna be SmackDown, just because it's fresh in my mind. I do not, I low key don't remember what happened on Raw. Um, is it is that when Orton? No, that was the week before that, I think. Yeah, yeah. This was Orton was cutting the promo and Drew came in the room. See, yeah, I vaguely, I vaguely remember Raw. Right. Oh. Okay, okay. Hold on. I'll talk about things from Raw that I do remember. Wait, no, because I'm not gonna talk about AEW. Yeah. I'm just gonna talk about SmackDown, and if things from Raw and are from AEW that have piqued my interest this week really popped in my mind, I'll do it at the end. So I do have something from Raw I do want to speak about that I talk about at the end. So we'll see if anything else comes up just while I'm talking. So let's get into this. Now, this was night one of their WWE draft. I have always loved the draft. I have loved the way it was presented. Back in the day, I unfortunately did not get to experience the Eric Bischoff, Paul Heyman draft days, and man, I just watching those YouTube clips really makes me feel bad that I didn't watch wrestling back then. But it wasn't my fault because certain people didn't let me watch wrestling when I tried to watch it as a kid. I have a distinct memory. I saw Hulk Hogan. I don't know who he was facing. I think it was WCW. I think it was in WCW at the time, maybe right before it was the NWO, because I distinctly remember the red and yellow. But I think my mom came up and she turned the channel like, don't watch that. And then I just never watched it until middle school when my homies Kent, Pete, LV, all y'all. I appreciate y'all. I don't even know if I would be doing this podcast if you guys didn't introduce me to professional wrestling, just to kind of set the tone. No, because I got an announcement. A special guest on this podcast, actually my co-host, is going to be Kent Hayes, Carrot Lectures himself, the boy. So I'm going to save the wrestling story for when he can be here and do the podcast with me, so that first of all, I'm gonna see if he remembers the story, and if he does, then we can just have a good time reminiscing about that and probably go into middle school. Because, like I said, this is gonna be more than just wrestling. It's gonna be music. It's gonna be movies. Things going on in the world. We definitely gonna get into deep stuff on this podcast as well. So it's definitely not just gonna be wrestling. It's just that for this, I really just wanted to make sure I did something and I got it out. And since, like I said, this is fresh in my mind, I am kind of hyped about it. I've low-key been practicing talking about all this stuff anyway. When it comes to wrestling and Raw, no, SmackDown. I just thought, why don't I just get this? Let me get this done, and at least so I can say I put this up. We can start something, and then we can keep it going. So, the rules of their WWE draft go as follows. They have a pool. More than 60 superstars, including men, women, and tag teams. Picks. For every 2 SmackDown picks, Raw gets 3. I don't know why. But see, that's what I'm talking about. If you are already set to get an extra pick, you are more likely to blow up whatever. Free agents. All undrafted superstars can sign with either brand. Now free agency really does bode an interesting question. I'll be honest. I'll just say one little tidbit. I think that's the thing. That's the path that Retribution should have took. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. Whatever. Anyway. So, draft results for night one. We have Drew McIntyre naturally, Roman Reigns on his respective brand, Oscar Raw Women's Champion naturally. I find it Bailey was not drafted, but who was drafted second was Seth Rollins. Is going to SmackDown. Okay, I don't see the live, so. Seth Rollins is going to SmackDown, and I approve of this move. I am definitely a Seth Rollins fan. I'm not gonna lie. His whole baby face. Oh my gosh, yo. Be quiet. I wasn't a fan of his latest babyface run, and his antics and mouthing off on Twitter definitely did not help at all. really didn't, bro. Um, and honestly, it's not his fault because they honestly killed his character. They killed his babyface character with the Fiend, and that's not the Fiend's fault either. They shouldn't have booked Rollins to be the way he was with the Fiend, because how can you can't really get behind that as a courageous babyface, because they had him crying in the corner, yo. The hell, and this is what I will say about Hell in a Cell. The match itself was dope before the ending. The match itself was dope, so I don't want to. I don't want to get that. Because I hated it. I hated the whole thing because of that ending. But the match itself before it, I was loving it. Could have did without the red lighting, but for the first time, for the title, I'll take it. I loved it all. All the stomps he was doing, kicking out at one. I loved everything. Him just stacking stuff, just getting desperate, because honestly, like when you get into that, panic mindset, you just start doing random stuff, and you don't think that it's not really gonna be that more effective. You're trying to do something. So I liked it. It really was playing out great. But then you got to the ending. I even like the after, I like the after, what we call it, the aftermath stuff. But when that crowd was screaming to restart the match, y'all should have just called an audible. Oh, no, damn it! Restart the match. Restart the match, damn it! Listen to him. Oh. Doing my Vince impersonation is almost gonna break my little tiny studio right here. But they should have restarted the match at that point. So I'm sorry. So his babyface character kind of died with that with me. I love the heel character he's doing now. It's not great every week, but I do think he is naturally a heel, and I just like he looks so. The suit, the presentation of it is really well put together. It looks like he really put, thought and effort into it, and he's having a good time doing it. So, next, the Hurt Business, still on Raw naturally. AJ Styles back to Raw as well. And depending on how this next championship match between Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton goes, I am definitely interested in a AJ Styles Drew McIntyre title program. Definitely. Sasha Banks still on SmackDown. Naomi going back to Raw. That's interesting. The title scene is very different than it is on SmackDown, because the title scene over there is kind of on lock for a cool minute. I am not too sure what they're planning to do with Asuka. I'm really down if they want to make Asuka just a dominant champion, like just extremely dominant. But I don't know. They have not given me no faith to believe that they're gonna do Asuka right. So Naomi is somebody I would definitely like to see in the title picture. Not because hashtag she deserves better, but because she is a really good wrestler, a really athletic performer that I think can be a strong champion. That's what I think. Bianca Belair to SmackDown. I like that move as well. Just because I like the vignettes that they've been doing with her, but, they have already kind of... the presentation for her on Raw has already been kind of weird, and it does have to some of that has to do with the Street Profits, and that's not their fault either, because I think the Street Profits are dope. I'm hoping that SmackDown drops the Street Profits to SmackDown, and I don't know if there's some type of exchange that would have to happen between the tag titles or some of that, but I guess we'll see. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. On Raw. I mean, I guess that was I guess we knew that. I guess the reason why they get drafted, even though they can go to all brands, just because if they lose it, we know what brand they're going to be on going forward. So, oh, I'm sorry. These have been in rounds as well. So that was the end of round two. AJ Styles, Drew Knight, Jackson Santa Bates. It was round two. Round three. Ricochet, still on Raw. Jey Uso, still on SmackDown. Mandy Rose to Raw, or well, she was already on Raw. Rey and Dominic Mysterio to SmackDown. I love that move just because when I think of SmackDown, I think of Rey Mysterio. I think of Undertaker, Batista. I think of Eminem. I even think of them. You know what I'm saying? I think of Finley, Mr. Kennedy, bars. So just having Rey back on SmackDown, like he really helped make that brand what it was. And I feel like he can just usher his son into that because Dominic is insane. That boy's insane. He's killing it. I can't wait to see what he do. He killing it. Now this Seth Rollins feud, I'm not gonna lie, it's gone a little long, but it's like it is developing. It is developing. So it's not bad. It's not. It's not really a bad story. So I can't really hate. This is a shakeup. The Miz and John Morrison to Raw. I like that move. I'm hoping they kind of become a little more serious. But I think this is going to play into Mandy Rose also being on Raw. This is why. No, that wouldn't make sense though, because Miz is married. I don't know. Somehow this has to play into the storyline with Otis though, because they're not just gonna dump that because they did the whole bait and switch tonight. They did the whole bait and switch yesterday with not having the actual court hearing for the briefcase. So I don't know about that. Since we're at this one, we're going to talk about this match as well. Sheamus versus Big E of the New Day. I really liked this match. It was nice. It was hard hitting. It was a false count anywhere match that really shouldn't stay true to the name. It's not like they just went to the outside, or they went across the barricade to where the screens are. Nah, they was in the back. They was in the catering. They was in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? There was the white noise to Big E on the windshield. We got Big E jumping off the car, big ending off the car through the table for the 1, 2, 3. Okay. I liked it. It was blood in it, so it just made it it looked more real. I liked it. And I like that they're sticking with Big E. I like that they're really getting behind Big E. Then he's getting interviewed, and then the security guard come up. It's Kofi, then another one come up. And it's Xavier Woods, and they are both healthy and back. The New Day is back together, baby! It's good vibes all around. It is good vibes all around. And Xavier was talking about, we're missing some. We're missing them. Am I about to do an impersonation? He said, we're missing those WWE World Tag Team Championships. And they was going to take care of that. I got intrigued. I said, okay, I can't wait to see that somewhere down the line. Stephanie said, hey, you getting that tonight. Sure enough, we got the match. Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro versus Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston of the New Day for the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And the New Day did they won. The day won. Do I like it? Of course I do. I love the New Day. I ain't gonna lie on that. That's the bias. Did I like Cesaro and Shinsuke as champions? I actually did. I really did. I didn't honestly think that, one, there was going to be a title match for them tonight, and two, that the New Day was going to win. I thought it was gonna be a build up to it. I'm not gonna lie. I was looking forward to that. Even if the match was at Hell in a Cell, yo, we should have just had every match in Hell in a Cell. Might as well. Might as well. Nah, not really though. But nah, no, yes, really. Might as well. Might as well have every match in the cell. But the New Day won. Then Big E came out, celebrate, win, and be like, yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Then Stephanie came out because she's the one that's been doing the draft the whole night. And it's round 4 of the draft. And then the first pick from Raw, the New Day. Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. And then the New Day, they're on the ring, and even Woods is like, hey, you didn't say E, though. You didn't say Big E. You didn't say E. Stephanie's looking nervous. She like, ugh. Did she keep going? And the first pick for round 4 for SmackDown is Big E. Then they showed a graphic, and then they showed a New Day and Big E's face. He's just on the ropes. It broke me. Now I do like what they're doing with that, in the sense of I'm hoping this is them saying, hey, we're really gonna get behind Big E being a single star and winning matches on his own. But we're not gonna actually break up the New Day, like no one has to turn on each other. So Kofi Kingston and Xavier can go be champions on go be champions on Raw. Big E gets his push on SmackDown to either the Intercontinental or Universal Championship, and then hopefully at some point it culminates in both of them holding gold together as an actual trio. Not with the Freebird rule. We have our tag team champions and we have our world champion. I would like to see that. I think that'd be dope. Next for Raw, still in round 4, we got Dana Brooke. SmackDown, Otis. Interesting. He got dropped out alone. For Raw, Angel Garza. I really like Angel Garza. The commentators, I want to say it like that. They even said it like they think this is going to be a breakout year for him. I hope so. I hope so. Round 5, Humberto Carrillo to Raw. Murphy to SmackDown. So we still got the... wait, are they... No, they fell out, right? Yeah. I think so. I don't know. I think they're swerving people. I don't know. Whatever. Drew Gulak to Raw. Kalisto. Yes, staying on SmackDown. Tucker to Raw. Tucker to Raw. Heavy Machinery are broken up. Now, is this also playing into the story? Is Mandy going to be around Tucker now? Because, that's, close to Otis. Miz and Morrison going to try to stir something up with that. Making Otis mad over on SmackDown because he can't really do anything about it. Otis is all alone on SmackDown. Maybe. That is the only way this makes sense. Otis and Tucker ain't never, I'd seen to have no beef. We got a return as well. Another return, I guess. Lars Sullivan, he returned after the tag team matchup of Miz and John Morrison versus Jeff Hardy and John Riddle. Matt Riddle. John Riddle, what? I'm so sorry, Matt, if you ever hear this. I did like the match. The match was dope. Matt Riddle got the pinfall after the Bro Derek. I like his style. I really don't know why they had him lose to Baron Corbin. Make that dude undefeated. Make him undefeated and just dominating people. Let him show off his arsenal. Really let loose. Even if it's just an undefeated, low key, give him an undefeated streak. Give him a really long undefeated streak, just like Goldberg, just for fun. I don't care if Goldberg never come to fight him to be like, hey, you ain't getting nowhere. You ain't getting nowhere towards mine. I don't care if that never happens. Just give him one. I did like the match though. I don't care for Lars, so I'm not looking forward to that. So that's all I have to say on that. Now they're saying undrafted here is Elias, Shorty G, Chad, bro, come on, dog. Mickey James and Lucha House Party, Grand Metalik and Lince Dorado. So, the superstars eligible on Monday for Raw. 21 men, Sami Zayn, Andrade, Aleister Black, Daniel Bryan, that's interesting. King Corbin, Apollo Crews, David Kato. Man, they killed his character already. They should have had him. If they're gonna have that short back at that Raw Underground with Braun Strowman, if they're gonna have that short a match, they should have had David Kato do that to Braun. But let's go. Eric, from the Viking Raiders. Jeff Hardy, Keith Lee. I would not mind Keith Lee on SmackDown, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna keep him on Raw. Riddick Moss, Titus O'Neil, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, R-Truth, Matt Riddle, Sheamus, Braun Strowman, Akira Tozawa, Bray Wyatt. Oh, they didn't draft Bray Wyatt. I do not. I want to see Bray Wyatt stay on SmackDown. I like Bray Wyatt on SmackDown. Just SmackDown is just a better show most of the time. But SmackDown's a better show. Please, I don't. Everyone, no one want to go to Raw really. 12 women: Bayley, Alexa Bliss, Carmella, Nikki Cross, Lacey Evans, Charlotte Flair. That's interesting. Billie Kay, Lana, Natalya, Peyton Royce, Tamina, and Zelina Vega. And then there are 6 teams, groups, and or factions: the Street Profits, Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, The Miz and John Morrison. That's changed. Retribution. Okay, hold on. The Riot Squad. Okay, perfect. There we go. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, before I get into that, notable unlisted superstars. Becky Lynch is pregnant, of course. Jimmy Uso and Ivar are both injured, but their tag team partners are listed as singles wrestlers. Presumably, they would simply join whatever brand to whichever their partners drafted. Okay, I like that they have this here. I love that they have this breakdown here. Sonya Deville is no longer WWE. Sorry, they put in storyline in parentheses. Just don't put in storyline. Just say she ain't got no contract. Edge and Jinder Mahal are injured, so making them not eligible for the draft. Okay, interesting. Samoa Joe's on the Raw commentary team for now. Mojo Rawley's not competed since June 15th. They said, bro, we don't want you. The Forgotten Sons have not competed since May 10th. Bo Dallas has not competed since October 31st, 2019. Wow. Part-time, likely ineligible. Big Show, John Cena, Bill Goldberg, Ronda Rousey, The Undertaker. Interesting. Okay. I don't really have no moves to Raw that I want to pitch. I'm just gonna react to it when it comes out. So we're just gonna do it like that because I can't really think about no moves to Raw. Speaking of Raw, though, I guess this is one thing I can't talk about because this was actually the thing I wanted to talk about before, in regards to the one thing from Raw. Retribution this week had an interesting development to it. It found our Hurt Business and Mustafa Ali surrounded by the Hurt Business. MVP yelling at Mustafa Ali like, "Hey, come on! Like, are you with us or not?" Mustafa Ali runs to him. He's like, "All right, let's go." Then he stops. He gets out the ring and he gets right up in Mason T-Bar's face. He looks right in the eyes. He's like, "What are y'all doing?" And then the Hurt Business is looking at Mustafa Ali like, "All right, yeah. Look at the little guy. Look at the young cat. Okay, tell him what's up." And then Mustafa Ali is kind of just going in on him. Then he just kind of stops. He just kind of turns around, looks at the Hurt Business. Get him. Just points at him. Get him. Right before like a little smirk comes over his face. And the camera cut to MVP's face only and it was priceless because it could just see like, oh, you dirty. You dirty little, all right. I see what's going on here. Retribution beat down Hurt Business. Retribution with their new, now called leader, Mustafa Ali, stands in the middle of the ring. He does his pose and his hand signature. And there have been talks about how this is going to tie in, or at least hopefully tie into the hacker gimmick on SmackDown that we had a couple months ago. That was rumored to be Mustafa Ali, but it just never happened. So hopefully the story going forward is the hacker never just disappeared. The hacker just found people to carry out like the heavy stuff while he, messed with the stuff in the background, messed with the lights, messed with the production. And then at the right time, decided to reveal himself as the leader, which is now. We'll see though. Something else that is interesting. When Mustafa Ali saw the news of Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods getting drafted to Raw, because I saw this on Twitter, he actually, I think he retweeted it and he said like, welcome or something of that nature, which also can tie in to the fact that Mustafa Ali was supposed to be in the spot that Kofi Kingston was in when he won the World Championship. Now, I don't know if Mustafa Ali was set to win the World Championship, but he probably was set to get that title shot. I think Mustafa Ali was going to run that gauntlet. He was going to be in the Elimination Chamber match, then run the gauntlet, then get that spot. We don't know. But we do know that Mustafa Ali was on a roll back then because he is a really, really, really good talent. So we'll see. Maybe that's a storyline in the mix. Maybe after the Hurt Business, Mustafa Ali targets Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Maybe he targets both, forcing the Hurt Business and partial New Day to work together, while Big E is all alone on SmackDown. And he thinks about, who knows? Who knows? But I do like the revelation of Mustafa Ali as the leader, just because it really puts Mustafa Ali in a prominent role of something. It makes him prominent in something. I appreciate that because, like I said, Mustafa Ali is really good, and I think he should be higher up than where he is right now. So I'm hoping this is the start of something, something like that. But time will only tell because we are talking about Raw here. So I feel like I could speak about other things, but I feel like I'd just be forcing it at this point. AEW, I will say AEW is my favorite product right now. It's my favorite wrestling show. AEW Dynamite every Wednesday. I'm not at the point of watching it. I'm still just watching highlights of everything right now. Just because I don't watch TV. And I don't really go out of my way to find ways to watch things that come on TV, except for these NBA finals. But that's different, yo. It's the finals. it's the finals, man. And this is a really good finals. By the way, I said on stream, on my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/IamNationNeeds, I said on that stream, I expect this to go 7 games. I expect it to go 7 games. I was about to get into my tweet. But I'll tell you what I tweeted today after this. But I expected the Heat to win Game 5. I did not expect the Lakers to close that out. Because the Heat are too good, and people need to stop counting them out and saying, I get it. It's the Lakers with LeBron and AD. I get it. I know. But y'all kind of, y'all need to stop sleeping on the Heat. Now, if the Lakers this Sunday close it out, okay, I would not be surprised then. 4-2, I can see that. But I'm expecting us to go to Game 7. I don't think the Heat are done yet, y'all. Now, me personally, I want the Lakers to win for Kobe. I need the Lakers to get that championship for Kobe. Just on a personal level, you know what I'm saying? Cause I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the current Lakers. I don't like the fact that they blew up the team and traded other people with the Anthony Davis. I see the results. I'm not gonna be ignorant and blind to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say that, but I really think there was something special growing, and just got traded away for something momentary. So, but for something momentary, y'all better get that ring, especially right now. If anything, y'all really need. You know what I really want? I'm gonna get into my tweet. What I really want, I want us to go to Game 7. And I want Game 7 to be the toughest, most grueling basketball game that people have ever seen in their lives between the Lakers and the Miami Heat. I want it to be rough, hard hitting. I want deep threes to be made. I want dunks to be made from both sides. I want flashy layups. I want it all, alley oops. And then I want at the end of the game to it to be tied. No. I need the Lakers to be down by 2. I want the Lakers to be down by 2 at 5 seconds left on the clock. I want the Lakers to be down by 2 points to the Heat in Game 7 of the NBA Finals with everything on the line. That's what I want with 5 seconds left on the clock. I want it to be inbounded to LeBron James. And he's going to get like quadruple teamed because he's LeBron James. And if he gets to that certain spot in that 3, he's going to hit it. So they're going to make sure to quadruple team him if necessary. I want J.R. Smith to be right there next to him. I want LeBron James to pass J.R. Smith the ball with like 2 seconds on the clock, enough time for J.R. Smith to get off a shot from 3. I want J.R. Smith to shoot that 3, and I want it to hit nothing but net. That's what I want. That's how I want the finals to end. With J.R. Smith hitting the game-winning 3 at the buzzer. That is how I want it to end. And it's no shade towards LeBron at all. But I think that's just a perfect story. From the 18 finals to now, LeBron James needing to trust him once again. But this time for everything, not just a game. And he hits nothing but net. That's a story. That's a story of LeBron as a teammate and his trust in his teammates. Because that's something that people say he don't have. Because they say he trades people all the time. They say he trades people a lot. That is a story. ESPN can eat that up for weeks. LeBron James, the selfless hero, gave the last shot to J.R. Smith and said, redeem yourself. Bro, you don't think that would be a story? Come on now. If the Heat win, would I be disappointed? If they won a championship? Yes. I'd be disappointed. I thought I was actually about to be like, nah, I respect Jimmy Butler. You know, I like that he got a ring. I don't like that, you know, the other teams and other. No, I'd be disappointed because, like I said, the Lakers need to win the chip for Kobe in the end. That's what they need to do. But yeah, these finals are good. This playoffs have been good. Besides the Clippers in here, you know what I'm saying? I like Kawhi, and you know, Paul George is cool. Y'all disappointed me. I have never even looked the Clippers' way just because Kobe was what made me loyal. I love the Lakers. The purple and gold alone is just mesmerizing, and I think it's just a LA thing because you know people don't like the Lakers because you know 16 chips. You know what I'm saying? Lake show greatness. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. I never even looked at Clippers. Me and my dad used to go to Lakers games when they would play the Lakers versus the Clippers. And he would always go for the Clippers. I'm like, Dad, why? You know what's gonna happen, Dad. What are you doing? Come on. Who down there? CB3, okay, I mean they're great. They're really good, but the Lakers, Come on, Dad. Like, I ain't never looked their way. I didn't even look their way even after Kobe retired. I was like, man, y'all still the Clippers, but I like Kawhi. I really do. I really like Kawhi. Like I said, I do like Paul George. And I've just, at the age I'm at, I've just been so respectful of people's ability and, what they do. That's why I like LeBron now. I'm able to see past, honestly, the fan base. It's the fan base. me and my homie Ken talked about that last night. That's what really had me hating on LeBron in the first place. Was his fan base at the time? Because remember, if you 90, like 93, 94, 95, around that, 92, 91, you around my age. When we back in high school, back in 08, 09, 10, that fan base of his was was rancid. It sucked. And I know a Laker fan. I know I'm one to talk, but come on now. We was like, I think in the middle of the Heat days. I had this one distinct friend, and this is what me and my friend talked about. Had LeBron stan. Nothing wrong with that. Respect, because he was great back then. So, and I'm mature enough to admit it now. But we like in the middle of the Miami Heat days. So I don't even think they really started to get going. Maybe they won the first chip, or maybe the second. Maybe they won the second chip. But my friend oh man, he's so much better than Jordan. He's so much better. Bro, he barely here, bro. Like chill. Like chill. Like, and back then I'm in high school. I'm a teenager. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm more irritable. I'm more like ready to debate you, and I have more energy to spend not to like this person because of what you said. Because I'm immature. So I'm at a better age now that I can respect people's games, but it's really hard to ignore hearing that you like to trade people when you go to teams and heaps of people be leaving. Like heaps of people at once be leaving, bro. Bro, like heaps of people be leaving when you come, bro. Come on. Come on. To borrow Chris move, Lil GM. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Come on. Everywhere you go, heaps of players go. No. Wait, I got something better. Everywhere you go, heaps of players know where to go. Come on, bro. I'm sorry. No, I respect you, LeBron. No, for real. I really do. I really do. Everything I be saying on here is in good fun, just because I'm a troll, I'm a jester, I love to have a good time, and now more than ever, I need a laugh. So I hope you guys get some laughs out of it too. I hope you guys, have really enjoyed this first episode. It really did feel good to come on here and do this with y'all. I hope y'all really had a good time. I hope you're ready for the next one. I do understand, unless you have YouTube Premium, this first episode might be a little hard to hear. I'm trying my best to get some stuff going when it comes to Apple Music and iTunes and things of that nature. Please stay tuned. But for right now, unfortunately, YouTube is going to be my main source of getting these things up, just because that's where all my content has been, really. Unless it's, I just need to start putting my music up on YouTube too. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please go ahead and follow me at I am nation __. You can use that. I'm pretty sure that's all my social handles right now. Let me just go ahead and check while I'm doing this, just so I can make sure that I'm giving you the correct information, because that is important. I apologize, I lied to you. The actual name for all of these socials are __. I am nation. There we go. Now I got it. Once again, I apologize. I'm stalling because I'm trying to hurry up and check Twitter just in case it's different. It is not. It is the same thing. Go ahead and do that for Instagram. Go ahead and do that for your boy on Twitter. Go ahead and go to my SoundCloud too. That is just capital I Am Nation. Actually, you can also look up Departure from Moonbase / King Nation's Funeral on Apple Music right now. Or you can just go to Apple Music and search my artist name, I Am Nation, and get the song that way. Like I said, hopefully we're going to be having some more stuff up there soon, but just stay tuned, okay? Like I said, hope you had a good time. Go ahead and throw a like on this wherever you find it, or whatever the rating system is where this is uploaded. Have a great day. I do mean that. Or night, whenever you listen to this. I hope your vibes is right. I hope your energy is right. I'm going to shoot a prayer up for all of y'all. Stay blessed. Bye. Peace.